and welcome to Add More Zest. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and it's de-kitting time again today, but in this instance it's a 70 colour de-kit. Ouch. Okay, so we don't get finished if we don't get started. So I have two colours that I still have a few left of from sort of my extras. And the first thing I want to do is I want to go through and see if there are any. Are they still in? Oh, they're not, are they? So I did these in a symbol order rather than a DMC order. Don't know what that rubbish is that it's picked up. So the first thing I do need to do is put them back into some sort of number order, or I'm going to be going round and round in circles. So we've got 700s, 300s, that's a 9, an 8, 5. Let's try and make some rows, I think. 9, 5, 6, 2. I forgot about this part of it. 3s. Definitely made it easier while working on it, but it does make the de-kitting process longer. That's a 3000. I'm just going to put that to the back for now. 3000s I'll look at in a bit. That's a 3000. So's that one. 7s. 3s, 4s, 4, 7, a 1, that's a 3000, 8s. Let's try and get some of these done as quick as possible. 3000s, that is as well, so's that. Starts with a 1, starts with a 4. I'm probably going to have to sort out these 3000s in a minute just for the purposes of seeing what's in my Heaven and Earth designs, but let's get the basic numbers done first. 8s. 3000. There's a lot of 3000s. 600s. 100s, 4, 7, nearly there. So I'm guessing we'll de-kit into the case for this one. 9s, 9s, 3s, 9s and 7s. Okay, so the case is empty. All the bottles are all over here. That's a 3, that's a 7. I've got my Heaven and Earth design here as well. So let's see if I can move some of these over. I'm also conscious that you guys need to be able to see what I'm doing as well. So I'm trying to make sure that I keep as much in screen as possible. So we've got 700s here. Of course, we've got quite a few of those. 800s, 900s. Okay, so that's a 30, so's that, and that. Are they all the, oh no, that's a 30. Okay, then we have what, 33, that's a 33. 3 3s and 3 6s. I don't think we've got any 3 6s, that's a 30 though. And then we've got 3 7s and 3 8s. So 3 8, 3 8, 3 7, 3 8, 3 8, 3 8, 3 7, 3 7, oh, 3 7 and 3 8. Okay, so that's them all sort of lined up into the numbers. So let's have a quick flick through here. So 169 we do have. So these diamonds are all the ones that I need more of for my 2 ongoing Heaven and Earth design. That's the way this one works, is I have 2 Heaven and Earth design charts that I am using a blank canvas for, and I'm using my spare diamonds to fill them up, to do the canvas. So the first thing I'm looking for as I'm flipping through this is anything that I am going to use the diamonds for my Heaven and Earth design. Because this is a square diamond painting, I need to put my square diamonds aside. So that's the first thing. Then I will put all the rest away in my normal storage. So if you're not doing a Heaven and Earth design of any sort, or using particular diamonds for a spare project, then you won't need to do this step. I do need my huge bag of 310 spares because they're kept separate. They are used in my Heaven and Earth designs, but there is far too many to think about putting in a box. So for now, they all go in this bag. So let's just throw them all in there. But that gets both a bottle emptied and I can take the sticker off this bag storage that I will then use for another project. Let's put my big bag of 310s away. Make sure it's sealed, otherwise I'm going to make a pretty mess next time. And they just go in a drawer in the bottom. I'll get out my big tray while I'm there. Okay, 400, no. 414, yes. So I've got a couple of bags of these ready. We'll put all those spares in 414. And I don't know how many I need for my Heaven and Earth designs exactly out of this lot, but I know I need more than I have in my little pots that I've kitted up my Heaven and Earth design in. So they'll sit in here, and I may do another revamp a bit further down the line and check if any of the colours are still needed. But I think I need to get a bit more of the painting done before I can do that. Okay, 646 I need. And this must be one that all the 646 I currently have are already in my diamond painting tub or tubs. I basically have them in these little bottles. So these are my overflow from the bottles. 762. Yes. That's another one I've written a label for because I need it. I just must have them all in pots at the moment. But I'm not bothering about refilling pots until I run out. Get my little labels peeled off as I go, otherwise they're awful. 779. Oh, we are getting lots today out of this one. I'm not surprised. There's 70 colours in this painting, so I would expect us to have at least got a few, but I seem to be doing really well on the colours. How many have we got so far? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we've got 9 so far. Okay, 814. No, 823. Yes. Got a couple of bags of these. There's not too many leftovers in these diamonds, but there wasn't, you know, particularly a certain number of extra strong colours, you know, that we used loads and loads and loads. Apart from maybe some of these that there was bags of, but I've never feared that I'm running out at any point. 898, no. 902, yes. And I have about 5 different bags of 902. I quite possibly have enough for what I need for my Heaven and Earth design, but I'll wait until I get a bit closer to finishing before that's determined for definite. Okay, 938. more of these. Throw them in. This box is not my neatest spare storage box, but it's not bad at all. So we've got 938 and then 939, and this one is definitely used in my big Heaven and Earth designs. It uses thousands of them. It uses thousands of black as well, to be honest. Okay, so that's that one. 3072. I've spotted that one in here. There it is. Get out. It's got one diamond stuck in the pot, but a flick is often good for that. Makes it dislodge itself. Okay, 3371, which is a very dark brown. That bag's a bit emptier than the others. So I get hold of the pot. Take my label off each time. This has got the Xyron removable as well. Label maker in it, which is good. 3787. Don't have that one. 3799 I do. I'll pop some of those in there. And these are a mixture of the new baggies and the old baggies. Just because they're only there as a temporary holding. They're not sort of a long-term storage solution. And then 3865, let's see if we can squeeze some more in this bag. Okay, 3865, done. Okay, so we've managed to get 17 colours into my Heaven and Earth design spares to work on that project. And then what I think I'm going to do, instead of going straight to my storage, my spare storage, is I'm just going to have a quick run through if any of these colours are already ones that I have giveaway spares. So 152, I already know, because they're in here, I know that my spare storage is full, because I limit myself now to one bag of each spares. So one in square and one in round. 154 in square. So I have extra here, so let's get rid of those. And these are ones that I will either share with people, you know, that ask on Facebook or whatever because they need extras. Or I may use them for one of my Heaven and Earth design canvases. Are any of those squares in there? No, they're all rounds. Okay, 413 in squares. I have an extra bag, so let's bob some of those in here. And then I may find that I have to pull this out again because some of them have only just become full, but at least I'll know if I need to write a label for them or not. So what else have we got in squares? 453 in squares. That one's here. I obviously have enough of those. In fact, I've got two lots of 453 in here. 498, nope, not use that. 550, not use that. There's no 600s that I've got extras of yet. Okay, 700s, 720, I think that's a bit orange to have been in this one. 761, no. 782, just move those 600s up there. 782, no. 783, 792. So that's one I don't need extras of. And then the last 700 was 799, but I don't have that. So let's tip those in there. And then for these don't tend to tip as well from one bag to another. That's the only thing with these bags. They're not great for tipping from one bag to another, but they are perfect for holding your extras on a book ring. For you to tip into a pot. And they tip pretty well into a pot. You do have to be a little bit careful, but they take up so much less space than other stuff can. There we go, 7, 9, 2. That's another one down. Put my little squishy stopper back in there. That was in one of my tips and tricks videos where I'm trying to get to 100 different tips and tricks for you all. Okay, 817, no. 819, oh, we have some 819, albeit what looks like a different shade. 820. And I am double checking whether these are squares or rounds, but these are ones that I already have enough of in my normal spare storage. And will get used potentially for another project, or they'll get shared with others. 832, no, 844, yes. And these are mainly in old bags, just because I will transfer them to a bag before I send them to somebody. And they're just grouped in their hundreds. Okay, so they're 100s, 300s, 4, 5, 6. Just moving them all down a bit. Okay. Makes it a little bit easier so I don't get too confused over what is what. So we've got 920, 931, nope. That's round, that's round. 945, nope. 959, that's a bit bright. 996 is definitely not in here. That's only round. Okay, 3328, nope, that's not in here. So that's 900, 3 O's are done, 3 3s are done, 3 7s. 3721, no. 3747, no. 3756, which is what all of those are, nope. And 3766, no. So they're all done. Last but by no means least, that's too bright to have been in here. Nope, 3860. That's one that I have enough of. That's rounds. 3861. Yes. Get off my finger. Oh, that goes back in the pot. 3861. And then the last one is rounds. So this is just a basic cardboard box, and this is any of my spare diamonds that are extras. I may need them for a Heaven and Earth design, I may not, because I did get some that are just a canvas, but I've not checked through them yet. So we don't need that anymore for now. Now some people, of course, will not need to do either of those two steps because one, they don't have a Heaven and Earth design that they need spares for, and second, it may be that they don't have enough spares to have any extras, or it may be that they keep all their spares regardless of whether they go in 1 bag, 2, 3 or 5. So this would be the step for everybody else. So this is my pretty spare storage. This one holds 100s to 600s. So the likes of 154, for example, I have a full bag of both squares and rounds. For me, that is plenty for spares if a painting hasn't got enough for me to complete it. So therefore, I don't need any more than this in my sort of spares box. I'm therefore happy for anything to happen to the others. If I find in the future that I'm doing a project where I may need more, there are options to buy them. People are very generous in passing them on and all those sorts of things. So for that reason, I don't need to take up more room than necessary. So I stick with one. But you work on what's best for you. But all of these now should, unless I've got one that's full, but has only just become full, all these should now go into my 3 spare storage boxes. So I start with, oh, this is where I forget that they're not in order. So we'll start with 153. This is my bag of squares. That is a completely different colour to the one that's in here, but I don't mind. I still pop them in together. So you can see here for 153, I've got 2 different shades. They're both going together. The reason being is these spares primarily are used if a painting doesn't come with enough of a certain colour. And the seller, you know, whatever painting it may be doing that I run out of a colour, it could match either shade. I don't know which one, you know, a seller I'm going to use in the future will, whether they will say that one shade is the same or whether they'll say that the other shade is the same. I don't know which one I would have got. So for that reason, I put both in there. I've got a few in here. There's about 3. And if I am ever short, I will pick the closest one and use that. And at least then it'll save me, you know, maybe hunting through the rest of my spares, trying to find which one's the right shade, you know, according to the seller that I've run out of. I've got a couple of different shades here in 225, and as you can see, I've had, by the looks of it, I've had this more orange one twice and I've had the more pink one once, but this one's a more pink one. So if I'd have run out on this but only kept the orange shade, then I wouldn't have had the pink to refill on this one. But yeah, they're pretty different, those. Some people do like to keep those in separate bags, so they'd actually have 2 bags in their 225. One would be the more pinky one and one would be the more orange one. But I'm rather limited on space, so I'm trying to make sure, let's put them in order, trying to make sure that I just keep it to 1 bag. So I just put all the shades in together. Some sellers, you know, seem to be a lot closer on certain colours than others. But I'm not quite sure how the process works for many of the suppliers, of how they, you know, make the diamonds and things like that. So I'm not going to mess. Oh, I've got one here that I didn't have before in a square. When I revamped my storage last and made it pretty by putting a square sticker with the 334 on one bag and a round on the other, so that I had them all nice, I did put a bag in for each. Whereas in the past, I just used to get hold of a bag and label it if it was the first time I was using it. But now I have a bag in there for each and every colour. I have 1 bag for square, 1 bag for round. They all have a pretty label, and it means I don't have to label anything up when it comes to putting my diamonds away. I'll always have a bag in there. So it makes it a little bit quicker. And I must say, I've got the removable Xyron cartridge in my sticker maker at the moment, and it doesn't leave anywhere near as much residue. You can tell that it's more of a removable, and it's a little bit more, you have to be a little bit more careful with it, i.e., you know, you could potentially knock the labels up. I wouldn't say you have to be super careful, but you have to be a little bit more careful with it because of that. But for the purposes of them being in a case and stuff while you're doing the diamond painting, I've not found there's been any problem, but it's so much easier when you take them off. Okay, so that's 451. Then I want 452, and that's, there we go, we've got another one with about 3 different shades. Let's add another one to the mix. It's like making that little sand art, you know, where you used to be able to get a funky little coloured bottle with a cap when you went on holiday as a child, and you used to just fill it with different layers of coloured sand, and then, you know, you had to fill it up to the top, because if you didn't, you'd end up mixing them all up. It's a bit like that. Okay, 520. I just do it with diamonds in a bag. So I haven't had this one before, but I have a bag ready. Makes life so much easier. I'll take that one off. That's 520. 535. Oh, that's another one. Now, it may be that I have got some spares of these, but they might be in with my Heaven and Earth design. They might be in the pots for that, but I might have enough for what I need. So these are my spares, and I forgot to lift the card up. There we go. There it is. And 543. It's another one. It's got about 3 or 4 different shades in it. Now, you could match them up to the actual DMC numbers and make sure, you know, that the shades go into the right place. Maybe they've numbered them wrong and they use a different number for it. But for me, that would just take too much time added on to the time it already does take to dekit. As you guys know, because you often, I pretty much always dekit on camera. So you guys know how long it takes me to put all the diamonds away. And I enjoy the process, but I don't want to make it even longer by trying to match up colours, because sometimes it can depend on your lighting as well, to whether, you know, you think it should be this colour or that colour. And frankly, you then have to go through the whole process, if you ever run out of any diamonds, trying to match it up properly. And then you wouldn't just be able to go straight to the number and fill in your gaps. Okay, last one in this box. This is a completely different colour as well. Got that one a bit further down, I think. About 4 or 5 different colours in there. And that is this box done. That's up to my 600s, so they're all neatly away. So I'm going to get my next box. This one is my 700s, 800s and 900s, of which there are quite often a lot. So let me put these in number order for the 700s. Try and make my life a little bit easier. So this one is a lot more full. You see, it's not tippy top full, and I only have a few, so I'm happy to add them in. But there will be a time soon that this will go into my extras, because it's just got full enough. So that's 712, 775. And this one, this box of diamonds is a lot fuller as well, a lot more overflowing, I feel. I think it's just because it's got so many numbers DMC wise that are in the 700s, 800s and 900s. but I don't really want to go into, well, what will be 5 boxes if you take into account my box with my Heaven and Earth designs in. But I may have to one day, especially the amount of kits that I keep going through at the moment and the amount of de-kitting that I seem to be doing. This is my last one at the moment to de-kit, because I have had a little bit of a backlog of de-kitting I needed to do because of June waffles. This is the last one that is on my shelf at the moment, but the Ever moment that I kitted up, I think you saw the video on Saturday, that is actually nearly finished, which means the custom comparison, or at least the big custom comparison ones, are nearly done, which is exciting times. So do make sure that you are subscribed and that you have hit the bell notification so that you are notified when a new video is posted, because the custom comparison will be coming soon. Of course, I need to finish it and I need to de-kit. Wow, that 818 is completely different. That's a lot darker. Obviously, that's what they think that colour is, or at least that's what they sent me. Okay, 895. Some green. It is another warm day as I'm filming this. We've recently had a heat wave that was supposed to end, and we were supposed to have a few days of rain, and we were like, oh yes, great, it's going to go cooler. And we thought, great, it's going to cool down, fantastic, just what we want. And then it extended and extended, and we've still not had the cool down. As I'm filming this, areas down south have had cracking thunderstorms. No, not my town. Not yet. They're making us wait. So it does make for a very, very warm day. Okay, 928. It's these 900s that are very, like, fit to burst in. It's these that make me think I need to go into another box. But let's see how we can get along without that yet. 934, so that one again is quite full, but not quite there yet. Let's add in those. There's quite a few left over in that one. We've got about 17 more bottles to go. So 934, and then I need 935. Oh look, only had a few. More paintings you do, more leftovers you have. Got quite a few leftovers in that one as well. Sometimes it does depend on, well, it partly depends on the manufacturer. So some manufacturers will give you more extra diamonds than others. And then also it does depend on how much of that colour you have in your picture. So if they give you, 10% extra diamonds or 20% extra diamonds, it can also depend on, if you only have 10 diamonds on there anyway, then 10% extra is only going to give you an extra 1 diamond. Whereas if you have 100, it would give you an extra 10. So some of these that I am finding that there is more of, more extras, are the numbers that I had a lot of in the painting, which of course I'm not showing on camera yet, because this is my de-kit for my custom comparison, and I didn't put these in order before I started putting them away. So let's put this one away and then get them in order. I'm so used to them being in order now. It's very, very rare that I do a kit where I change the order that everything's in. It's very rare that I change the order for the purposes of doing the painting. It was needed with this one with 70 colours, but it's not common. I normally leave the symbols where they are and get used to them as I'm working on the painting. But it didn't quite work with this one because there was just a little bit too many. Okay, 3031. Get in there. 12 more to go. Be nice to know that all my kits are dekitted. Even if it's not for long, but at least I'll feel like I'm on top of getting the kits away. And then I can hopefully get back into a mini routine with stuff. I do still have one more custom to do because I did buy 2 of the customs in a different size, but that will be a separate video, so it'll be separate to my main custom comparison. It'll be sort of a little add-on one that will come later, and I might kit it up when I finish the custom comparisons, the big ones. I might kit it up then, just because then it's every single one of them will be finished. Megan's done the small one, the tiny one, and then I've got a 30 by 40 to do. Wouldn't seem so bad, a 30 by 40 actually, considering I'm doing all of these at 40 by 50. 3363. Nice green. There's quite a lot of greens in this painting. As you may know, if you saw the original custom picture, it is a picture of my mother-in-law, and she does have greenery behind her, so there's quite a bit of it. Okay, 3726. This seems to be all the deeper colours, the jewel type colours in this one. 3726. Okay, 3740. All the nice deep purples. There is a little blue, but this is mainly pinks and purples that actually mainly went into skin tones in this one. It's amazing what sort of colours make it up. 3743. And I do flatten down the bags as I'm pushing them closed, just because when you're trying to save space, you don't need a load of air in that space in a bag. I much prefer the bag to just have diamonds in it and not a load of air in it. So I do try and push it down before I clasp it shut. But that one's getting nearly full as well. Look at that. That's a gorgeous colour. Most sellers seem to have got that the same. Okay, last lot. 3. There we go. Get my 3/8s in order. So 3802. Haven't had that one before, unless it's in my Heaven and Earth design. I should go through my DMC chart book and see whether there's any more of these that I can add to it. You know, maybe one that I didn't have when I did it originally, because I seem to have had quite a few new colours recently. 3834 as well. Quite a few that I've put into bags that haven't got any diamonds. And as I say, they may be in my Heaven and Earth designs, but they may be brand new to me. 3835. Get that one in. This 70 bottle case though has worked out really, really well for this painting. I'm quite impressed, considering this is a case for essential oils bottles, and then I've just added diamond painting bottles to it. I did an unboxing on it a bit ago. Okay, 3836 is done and away. Give them a little bit of a shuffle, make sure all the bags have gone down, and pop that back on my shelf. So I have a nice little pot of rubbish full of stickers. This is complete. I'm just going to check there's no sorts of bits of fluff in the way. And then it did come, where's it gone? Oh. It did come with a little sort of soft pad that sat on the top. I'm going to pop that back in, and then I am going to take off the sticker. So this is the sticker that I had on the diamond painting that told me which one it is. I'm going to take that off. Oh look, it's all the little bits of fluff off as well. So I can pop that case away, ready for the next mammoth painting that I have. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.